Hello, Leo. This is part of Roosters Peacock, and I'm going to be doing your August 10th through the 16th general intuitive reading. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, let's get right on into it. Leo, what you got going this week? Leo, Leo, Leo. Let's see here. All right, we've got To the Sea. We've got Happy, Happy. We've got Come to the Edge. All right. We've got Mending. We've got Higher Power and New Life. Now, as I explained to everybody about every single time, and if you watch me for a while, I always say, because everybody's like, why are you always talking about brand new beginnings and endings and changes? Well, that's life. And you know what? This is, Leo, you guys are definitely ones, you've had plenty of changes, and you're going to have changes every single day. My example was, you go to bed, that's an ending. When you wake up, it's a brand new beginning. And when you wake up in the morning, and I feel, yep. I think it's all going to be a perspective on how you look at stuff this week. You guys have been going through a lot of great changes, zero doubt on that. And that's good, because as people, we have to evolve, and you have not been backing down from that. But what I'm saying here, and what I feel this is going to, is not just you guys, but universally, everybody's kind of waking up. And well, let's just go ahead and get into it just a little bit here. Yeah, everybody's seeing stuff in they're choosing their own inner peace, no matter what kind of, yes, yeah, it's going to be fast. Choosing their own inner peace, no matter what is going on in the world around us, people's behaviors. Yep. Oh, nice. Yep. Okay. All right. I see where this is going. I was wondering why I started feeling like saying that. But here's the thing, is I think it's going to be, I think it's showing me, and like I said, we all going to have little hiccups, but this is just basically life itself. That's kind of just, you're looking at it a little bit different. Instead of feeling like, the first card we got here is To the Sea. All right. That feels like the overall general feel. And this is definitely going to hit the Leos, that whether it was your choice or not, there was just kind of like a heavy feel, just kind of, or you felt like you were alone in a situation, or you felt like, yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. And you could have actually been alone in a situation, or you're the one that was handling it. Yeah. Yep. Isolated. And I don't think this is like a self-isolation. If that's what you did, then you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. That's how you regenerate yourself. Or I do, especially. I did. Especially nature, guys. Right now is the best time to get out and start connecting. But anyway, this one right here, you're choosing over, oh, that's it. You're choosing new patterns. The new pattern is, we've got happy. I'm not going to say you're going to be happy about everything that comes, for some reason, and I've been hearing this a lot, is what goes around comes around. Okay, so you're just kind of leaving it up to, you're not focusing just on, I think there was a lot of replaying in the past, and that's normal. I mean, that's how people in general just kind of go through stuff, get over stuff, grow. And here's the thing, as human beings, we're all collectively growing together. But Leo, you guys have had, I'm seeing the 10 of Wands in my head, and I don't feel it's right here, right now. But what I'm feeling is it could be. But here's the thing, is I think I'm going to see perspective here somewhere. You're looking at stuff in a different way. So even though you're not waiting for other people to take and step up and help you, you're not waiting for better days, you're actually starting to create your own. Yep. And I'm looking at the happy, and it's showing me balloons here. And when I see the balloons, and it's got faces in the balloons, and when I see that, and she's got a key in her hand. All right, you have the key to your happiness. That is going to be your theme definitely for this week, is you have the key to your own happiness in your hand, and you're well aware. You're not going to wait for somebody else to bring your happiness. You're not going to wait for, there's nothing wrong with making goals at all. But what I'm seeing here, yeah, last month for a lot of you, there was a lot of changing. There was a lot of changes that went on. Some of it was like feeling like in a fog. And some of it's just, what do you call that? It's like adrenaline fatigue. It's like where you go and go and go and go, and it just wears you out. Okay, you guys are choosing to come out of this. And this is definitely going to hit the Leos, that literally it's just, No more. No more. You're not going to sit here and live in either past thoughts, uh, past actions of others or yourself. Some of you are not going to be living in guilt. And no, this is not going to hit everybody. Um, yeah, that feels correct. Yes, you're stepping in a new way. I don't think you're because before it was like the word was numb, becoming a little bit more numb about stuff, just kind of just feeling to the sea, just like how she's sitting here. I don't think you're going to sit here at all. Nope. Because this is no longer, it's just kind of like, I keep wanting to hear numb. All right. That's what I'm hearing, but that's not you. It's like picking back up and actually taking and moving forward. And you can never be the old you. That's not what this is about. This is actually about coming. We've got come to the edge, and we've got the Eight of Wands over top of it. The Eight of Wands is something that once you decide, or once an action is put into it, and there's many meanings, but I'm an intuitive reader, is once you put the actions into it, there's no stopping it. But here's the thing is there's no reason to stop it, because here it is you're choosing your happiness. And this is not selfish. People are starting to reconnect with themselves. People are slowly coming. And for some reason, there's a hummingbird right here. That is definitely going to hit home with very few of you, but some of you, that's standing out. That's definitely going to mean a symbolism for some of you. There's a connection there. And when I say connection, I feel it might be with a connection with another person. Okay, so that's for some of you. But anyway, this Eight of Wands is going to take off really fast. Come to the edge. You're just on the edge of making steps. That's what I get. Yep. This is about, what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing a blacksmith that's sitting here forging a sword. All right. It is a double-edged sword, so it's the Ace of Swords in my head, and we have an ace here and here. That's why I was probably getting, I better explain the beginnings and endings and why I've said it so much, because we are evolving people every single day. Every decision you make or somebody else makes, it can change. Brand new beginnings, endings. It's just ongoing. But here's the thing. That's the thing, is you are evolving again. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. It's not like, even if you're hitting brick walls, I think you're kind of, instead of kind of walking into them, you're now finding a way around them. You're not letting everything stop you. But this is swift and quick. And we've got come to the edge, but I don't think, it doesn't feel to me with come to the edge here that this is necessary. Like usually come to the edge and to the sea. When I see those two together, that's usually something that's just kind of like, you've had enough. And you just feel like you're isolated in a situation, which could be the case. But I really feel that this is, when I'm looking at come to the edge here, there's hearts. You're choosing love, okay? And I'm not saying you're going to choose to go run to somebody. It's self-love and what you love. And it's no longer focusing on the chaotic outside noise. And for some of you, it's chaotic noise that's within your home. But I think I hear a kibosh. For some of you, if you've got that going on, you'll be putting a kibosh to it. You're just some of you, it's no longer reacting to situations. Some of you, it's literally just, closing the doors to the past. Yep. Next card we have here is mending. There it is. Yes. And this is, before I go any farther here on this one, especially if that's been resonating with you so far, I really think with the happy, and I have the Eight of Wands. And sometimes when I look at numbers, I see, whether it's a month or it's days, this feels like literally August. Okay. This literally the month of August, this is you're choosing to move forward in whatever area of your happiness. You're focusing. And I think a lot of you, it's been where it's been impossible to focus on what you wanted or needed. And see, this is in the right direction. Some of you are picking up past pursuits, however that applies to you. Others of you are literally just moving forward. It's like there was a stall out. And for some of you, it literally had to do, like something just totally ended. Some of you, it involved people, places, things. There was loss there. That's what I feel. Yep. So we've got the Three of Cups and we've got mending. And with the mending, this could be family, friends, lovers, or however it applies, or you're mending from just on the mend itself. This is definitely going to be hitting those of you that, especially in the month of March, it was, for some of you, okay, it's not celebration. Some of you might have got good news, but really in the month of March, it's overcoming something that would have most likely revolved around the month of March, or three months ago is the number 3. It has to do with months. Okay. Yep. So we've got the higher power right here. Yes, this is definitely going to be hitting the Leos, where I don't think it necessarily had to do with one event. It's kind of like when stuff builds. I think you're starting to let things go, and you're not going to let people take and basically dictate, or what's the word? I'm trying to say this in a certain way without, you're no longer living your life for everybody else. That's what I get. Even if you've got family and stuff, and I'm not saying you're not taking care of your family, stuff like that. I'm saying we've got new life. It's kind of like you're going to feel like you're waking up again. That's what it feels like to me. And like, I love this card, new life. All right. It's kind of just waking up from a long, when you first wake up, and just imagine like if you haven't slept really well for a couple nights, and then all of a sudden you wake up in the morning and you're just exhausted. It's kind of like that one sleep when you finally get some sleep, and it actually feels like your soul actually rested. That's kind of the word. That's the word right there. Your soul is going to be taking and feel more aligned. And it's going to be, and it's not all going to happen overnight, but it is definitely August. August is one of the biggest major turning points in your year, I believe. Yep. All right. We've got under here, we've got the 5 of Cups. And I think that's why that's saying here, it's not, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see perspective here, because the simple fact of it is you're not letting things hold you up. And I think I'm saying that because there may be something here. There may be some reflecting as well, but we've got grief, loss. We've got the 5 of Cups. Here's the change. I wonder why I felt like explaining that again. All right. Some of you, it's a disappointment in friendship or in love. There's many different meanings, but with the 5 of Cups, you may catch yourself this week kind of reflecting on what was lost, or it's kind of like, this is definitely the time of year where people are going to be reflecting literally over, not just karma. It's kind of like, but it is. It kind of is. It's give and take. It's kind of what's been put out and what's been handed to you. But I think you're seeing this in a little different light. Even if stuff was unjust and unfair, that's what I feel. At the 5 of Cups, it is saying that at one point, focus on happy. And I'm not saying you have to be over the top happy, but I think you're going to be looking at it in a different light. So if you're feeling like a hiccup just for a hot minute while you're taking and overcoming stuff, because it's normal to take and literally reflect, and it might make you feel a little bit, like I need to just let my brain rest on this. Go ahead and let your brain rest on it, but do make sure that, and it could be an event. Okay. Well, this is just a general reading. This could also be, as well as just watch for a certain time during the week where it may make you feel like the 5 of Cups. It may make you sit here and look at the 3 cups that have fallen, but don't forget there's 2 cups sitting behind him. Okay. 2 cups sitting behind. And I think you're going to be, you have the key to your own happiness. So you'll be able to take and kind of refocus your brain and which direction you're going to be going in. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is also going along with coming to the edge. So if you guys have been working really hard, and it does have to do with your finances as well. If you've been working really hard for a brand new beginning for yourself and for others, a lot of you, there's other people around you. Okay. I'm seeing heartstrings is what I mean. So family, friends, lovers. All right. If you've been waiting for something that you have put a lot of work into, or you're waiting for some kind of financial brand new beginning. And again, I'm going to say this is something you worked for. You have to work for it. Anyway, it's showing me the Ace of Pentacles. August for September is definitely standing out for me. But this is a brand new beginning in finances. Yep. Some of you, this is also like it's like it has to do with your physical, your psyche, all of it. Okay. This is a brand new beginning. And in the background here, we have the arch and the mountains. This is almost like Leos who are going to feel like they're finally waking up, and they feel that energy that they may have had years ago. Okay. We've got the Chariot. Many Leos are moving on. And what are they looking at? The Star, bright hopes and prospects. Also could represent Aquarius. There's many different zodiac signs in here, but I'm going to pick the pieces and parts. All right. Yep. Some of you will actually be feeling more inspired this week. All right. That's a nice reading. This is definitely going to hit the Leos that you have overcome quite a bit. I mean, not just, it's like life is what I'm hearing, not just one. Some of you may be feeling like it's time for a nap. Some of you may be feeling that someone or a situation is not for you. You may be feeling like you're standing on your own. This will definitely, June standing out. Some of you, it's reflecting on an unfinished symphony. Oops. Okay. I'll go ahead and take these. I'm going to do a closing here. We've got chaos and conflict, and we've got all that glitters, and it's showing me 2 masks on top of gold. All right. See, these are all just general readings, so take the pieces and parts and leave the rest for somebody else. All right, closing thought for Leo. Yep, and see, we have higher power here, and we've got surrender to the divine. Okay, so this is literally, this is almost like you're gonna see where it goes. All right, you're just gonna kind of leave it to the divine is what you're gonna do. Having faith. Meditate and contemplate, Pisces. And you are to know that you are good enough with Virgo. And for some of you, and I feel like this is the final card for Leo, a personal issue reaches resolution, Cancer. All right. And on the 12th, don't be surprised if you're feeling a little bit more heightened. It's also not just a new moon, but it's an eclipse as well. And sometimes eclipses show us stuff that might have been hidden before. All right, Leo, until next time, bye for now.